What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rondre 3000 playing some COD4 with the M16 and a red dot. I'd heard this is actually a pretty good gun to use, so I've been messing around with it a little bit, and it is. If you can lay back in the cut a little bit, camp like a champ, as Violent by Design says, you can pick people off long range, and it's a pretty good weapon. Normally it's a one burst kill. Sometimes it's two if you're kind of trailing somebody off a bit in a distance, but you can get them pretty much centered up, center mass with all 3 rounds from a burst. They're gonna go down unless they've got Juggernaut. But anyways, this is gonna be actually 2 gameplays spliced together because what I wanted to talk about was music. So I was having dinner the other day, and normally in my house when we're having dinner, we turn the TV off and just have music playing in the background. Or actually, whenever we're not actually watching TV, which isn't very much anyway, we've got music playing throughout the house. And this particular occasion, we're having dinner, and we got my favorite cable music station. It's one of those, music choice, where they play different genres on different stations. And this time we were listening to Throwback Jams, which is probably my favorite station on Music Choice. They play a whole bunch of like 80s, 90s, and early 2000s hip-hop and R&B. That's pretty much what I grew up on. But the song that came on is this song that you're listening to right now. This is Craig Mack flavor in your ear, and it just took me back. I mean, it was maybe my senior year of high school or freshman year of college. That was about like 94, 95-ish. And I just remember hearing this song. I used to cross the border and go party in TJ because I wasn't of legal US drinking age, so we go drink in TJ. So we were at clubs like Mr. Crown's, Tequila Sunrise, The House, Club XS, and just a whole bunch of memories came flooding back. And one of the reasons why I like listening to the Throwback Jam station is it makes me a bit nostalgic because music has had a pretty big influence in my life. Not that I've been like musically inclined where I play instruments or anything like that, but I've always had music influencing me in some way, shape, or form. My pops is from Detroit, and Motown was a big influence in his life. He played instruments and he sang. And I guess they kind of just rubbed off on me because for as long as I can remember, there was always music in my house growing up. Whether we were cooking or just hanging out, barbecuing, or just cleaning the house, there was some kind of music blasting in the house. Like I said, my dad's from Detroit, so when when it was his choice of music, it was Motown. My mom, I mean, she liked Motown too, but for some reason, around that time, man, she loved her some Kenny Rogers, boy. Kenny Rogers and Sister Sledge and stuff like that. So there was always music going on. So, just having music in your life just really rubbed off on me. And so, growing up around like, grade school, junior high, that kind of age, you start kind of formulating your own personal taste. And I think I'm pretty fortunate to have grown up in what I like to refer to as the golden age of hip-hop. With groups like A Tribe Called Quest and LL Cool J and Run DMC were really popular. And now I'm just not really into current music. And I feel like my pops, when he used to tell me, oh, by the way, that was 12-0 with the M16 there. We're going to switch to this TDM game like I kind of fell into. I think I go 15-1, and there's some obvious hacker play here. You see the scrolling text here on the left. That guy, Hershey something or Henley, whatever, for being a hacker, he played really bad. He's actually going to be teleporting or dropping on top of one of the buildings. You'll see it. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. He's actually on top of one of the buildings, and I wind up nading him and shooting him after dying with this dude jumping on my head with a shotgun. But anyways, talking about the golden age of hip-hop. Back when it wasn't just about, man, I don't even know how to say it, but I feel like my dad, he would tell me whenever I would approach him with the new hot CD of the time. And me and my dad had a really cool relationship. We were into a lot of the same music. I remember him taking me to concerts when I was younger. I went to Jodeci concert with him. I went and saw Belle Biv DeVoe. For those of you that remember him, I saw New Edition with him. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He died actually really early when I was 15, but he and I had a really close relationship, and a lot of who I am today is based on the way my pops brought me up. But I'm not going to get into that this time. I'll say that for another commentary. But yeah, he used to tell me all the time that he didn't like the music of that current period, and I was like, man, pops, you just being an old fogey. But now, whenever I listen to the radio, I'm like, man, the music of today is crap. And I find myself listening to more of the stuff I have on my iPod. Not really a whole lot of current stuff. That's not to say that I don't like any of the newer music, but I feel like I'm kind of out of touch, and I just kind of like what I like. When I talk about the golden age of hip hop, the stuff that the most current stuff that I like is probably stuff like Mos Def, Talib Kweli. My favorite hip hop band is The Roots. The Roots and actually Radiohead are my two favorite bands of all time. I've seen Radiohead live maybe like 5 times, which is a lot for us living in the States, because they don't tour very often. I've seen The Roots maybe, easily 10 to 12 times. If you ever have the opportunity to go see those bands, if you can just appreciate music, not necessarily you're a lover of hip hop or a lover of alternative music, I would definitely recommend you go see those two bands. You would definitely get your money's worth. But what I wanted to get from you guys as subscribers is tell me what you guys are listening to. If there's any band or group that you are passionate about. I don't even care what genre it is. So D-Hoop, if you're listening, if there's a country artist that I need to be listening to, I'm up for it. Let me know. You alternative music fans, I'm all for it. One of my other favorite bands was At the Drive-In. Really like them. But they broke up and split off into 2 separate bands, one of them being Sparta, the other being the Mars Volta. But anyways, I've been rambling a little bit. That was some 15-1 with the M16 on what's this map again? They had it in Modern Warfare 2. Strike. But yeah, anyways, let me see some of your music suggestions. I need to pick up some new music, whether it's current artists or old, doesn't matter. Alright, thanks. Peace out.